Hello everyone and welcome to this brand new tutorial, and today we will be building this here, which is the Swedish State Railway class RC6 locomotive. I haven't built this one before, but I've always been unhappy with the design of it, so I redesigned it again and this is what I came up with. I mean, it's quite similar to the last one because it's the same locomotive but in a different livery. But the main differences is the roof detail that has been redone. The sides are a bit different, and the bogies are significantly better than any previous RC I've ever built. The only thing that is a bit inaccurate on this one is the plow here, because this is meant to be used with one of the upcoming extended signals plows. That might or might not be added, but I have not been asked to put it in the game yet via Armor's Workshop or the mod, so those two little plows are just kind of placeholders. Also, if you want to play on a cool survival server with me and a bunch of other cool people, you should join the Extended Signals Discord in the description. So, to build the train, we should start out with these bogies here, which are found like this. Driver. There. It's this one. And you want to place like this, so you get this kind of spacing. Then we're going to start out with bogies, which is on this locomotive. They are quite simple for being one of my locomotives. But you have a tendency of greatly overcomplicating bogies. Wait, where am I? Oh, shit. Yeah, I think like this, right, and then like this. Yeah, that should be like that. Yeah. This and so like that. And we're going to remove a track there, place like this, same for these. I think we want something like this, and then like that. Bracket there, bracket there, bracket here, and we want like this and like that. Want one of these there, I think. Let me just double check. No, we do not. We want a corner trim here, like that. Then we want a corner trim facing towards the middle of the bogie there, and then we want a bracket outside of this, like that. Now we are going to take this bogie and copy it 3 times. So yeah, want it there. We need it on the other side. There. And there. Then we want to remove these blocks here because those are just temporary. Want to place in the tracks like that. I also want one of these corner trims there. I want to continue this out like that. Now it is time for the detail in the middle of undercarriage, which is, all things considered, not that difficult to pull off. It's quite a simple piece of detail work, really. Just literally all bytes. So we want to begin with placing like this, and these are going to be industrial iron supports in them. That. And we're going to place down like this. In these 6 here, we want the deep slate pillars facing one way, so they look like that. And in those, we want them facing the other way. Now we're done. Oh wait, no. Now we are done. This here should be copied over to the other side. Okay. Now we want to build up with a temporary block there. Place 2 of those there. And let's check. Yeah, that one's on that. Yeah. Want to do the same here. Then we are going to get a copycat slice. And place there. And another one here. Then we want to get brass support from Critical and place like this. And then we want one facing like this. We also want a warning black concrete there and there. We also want to get some copycat headstocks, mainly there and see there. Then the rest should just be byte panels. We want it to look like this. Then we're going to do another thing, which is build down with byte panels here, right? And towards the middle of a locomotive, we're going to get copycat slices and place here. Want to do the same for the other bogie. That, and then we want copycat slices there again. Then we want these facing upwards. And want some of these with the light part being towards the top. In the bottom here we want a bracket, and here we want a deep slate corner trim. Like that. Now we are going to get some stacked coal block bricks and some real black concrete. We also want iron wrapped loco metal, reinforced black concrete, and that should be it. So right behind this ladder we're going to place 2 black iron wrapped loco metal. Damn it! See. There we go. Now with this kind of now we turned off connected textures on that one. Then we want 2 reinforced black concrete there, 1 grill black concrete there, and 1 more reinforced black concrete, and 1 more grill black concrete there. The rest is just going to be stacked coal block bricks. Like that. Now we are going to copy this over to the other side. Now it is very important that you do not mirror it like this, because then one cab would have no doors and the other cab would have 2 doors. We want to have it facing like this. Okay. Now we are going to start on the cabs. Code block, that layer. We need slice, glass, board. Okay, we're going to start out with 2 eroded cold blocks. I'm going to place copycat layers on the sides, which are going to be filled with eroded cold blocks. Boards on the top like this. Temporary block there. We're going to place slices like this here, and we're going to place some temporary blocks in front, like this. Then we're going to use the layer as a place like this. Not layer, but vertical slice, I mean. Then we're going to place copycat clear leaded glass from chipped like that. Then some more eroded cold blocks from chipped. Then we're going to get a frame collapsible block. These you get to this shape by hammering them with a framed hammer, like this. And you eventually get the right shape, depending on what side you hammer from. It should have a polished cold block inside of it. Then we are going to get some of my Armor's Workshop lights. These are on the global skin library. Check. They're yeah, if you search train light, these will come up and you can use them for on basically whatever build, as long as you give me credit for them. I don't really care. Then we are going to get copycat stacked half layers and place 2 half layers and then 1 half layer. The top half layer we want black iron wrapped locometal. In the bottom we want black stone lower base roof. That is because there's a little box on the front of RC6 locomotive, and it goes out a bit there, so that is meant to be that box that goes out a bit. In real life the box would be narrower, but I don't really know how to get that to look nice with a black block, so yeah. Then we're going to get copycat polished cold blocks, blackstone corner trim, and copycat bite and copycat slice. We're also going to get brackets. So we want to place 4 bites inward, like this. Then we want to get blackstone corner trim, like this. We want eroded cold block in these copycat slices, like this. I want my kind of train light up here from Armor's Workshop, the one with 3 lights I think it's called small train lamp or something like that, or train light. It's the one that's only 2 pixels thick. Now we want to get the polished deep slate and place it in here, like that. See, we want a seat here. You could place the controls like that, and then have like that and that, but you can do it in basically an infinite number of combinations. I prefer to have them like this, but you can have it down there. It doesn't really matter where you place the control as long as you have a control. So we want to place a copycat layer here and a copycat vertical half slice there. We want to get the copycat board and place inside of here. Inside of that one we want clear leaded glass. Here we want eroded cold block, like this. We are going to get a door, which is quite an important part of a locomotive. Copycat. For ease of placement we want a sliding door, like this. In real life it should not be a sliding door, but I don't really care that much about what kind of door is placed on a locomotive. Check hellbark. Dark spruce and ebony. Yeah, hellbark is not that black. Yeah, ebony is perfect. So you want a ebony bordered glass that's made in one of the chipped workbenches. Doesn't actually cost ebony wood, but it just looks like it's made from it. Then we want a smooth cold block column below. Now we want to get some copycat slices like this. Vertical slice and corner slice. And in this we are going to have smooth yellow concrete. Like that. Now we want to copy this thing over to the other end of a locomotive. Oh, for fuck's sake, it's raining and I still do not have slash up, so I can set it to not fucking rain. I'm gonna yell at Venom for that later. It's fucking annoying. Anyway, now we want to get copycat bike panel and simple cold block pillar and small diamond lead glass. We also want to get smooth yellow concrete and more frame collapsible blocks. Want smooth yellow concrete there and there. Frame collapsible blocks should be 2 pixels thick and 2 pixels in from the edges. Showed you earlier, it's just a frame collapsible block that has been whacked with a hammer enough to get the shape right. You can whack it from basically all sides. Now we're going to begin the placing of bites. And you want to basically cover the whole side of a locomotive in bites. Also going to get like a block to place the bites on, which is just this deep slate. There we go. Now we want to place in the windows, which are going to be 2 blocks apart. Oh, not like that. Shit. Like that. And like that. In the middle we want 2 rusted white concrete, 2 calcite corner trims like this, 2 more calcite corner trims, and blackstone corner trims here. Want to place we want to place, let's see, a rolled coal block there, and then copycat slab here, here. In the outer one we want polished deep slate. In the inner one we want we want just any kind of calcite. I'd prefer to have a road calcite, so we're going to place that in. That kind of looks like SJ logo. Now we're going to get some simple coal block pillars and place them in like this. Let me just see what way I place them. You know, rethinking voxels is a cool shader. But it sure as hell makes it difficult to build in the rain. There we go. Oh, shit. That should not be placed like that. There we go. I'm guessing it is Swedish summer, winter, autumn or spring right now on this Minecraft server. Let's see. Want half panels on sides like that. So I want to get some smooth coal block column. Right, no. There's one thing we're missing on the sides, it's this. We want the copycat frame collapsible blocks on the other side. Here. So we want to get some copycat half layers and stack them up like this. These are going to be filled in with smooth coal block column. We want to get 3 copycat half panels with coal block pillar in them on the ends here. Then the rest should be with black stone bridge steer. Facing like that. Then we want to get some deep slate variants. In real life, this here is, when the locomotive is clean, this is meant to be like a light grey color. But locomotive roofs are not cleaned that often, so in real life it would probably be more of a brownish dark grey. And it's been, some locomotives I've seen, it's been almost black. Place like that, and then see, middle we want bites, yeah. Okay. So we want like that, and then we want to place copycat bites throughout the entire middle. There we go. See, now we want to place in the pantographs. This means we're going to place up here and here. We're going to remove a deep slate in these and place in dark oak corner trim. In real life, this is, when the locomotive is clean, this is red. But as we've already established, this locomotive is not clean. Therefore, we're going to use dark oak because it looks dirty. In real life, this would probably be covered in grime because, as I said, locomotive roofs are not cleaned that often. And the pantograph being a bright red would look very dirty very quickly. Then we also have to consider that kind of skid up on top, that's made of carbon, so that will shoot off particles when it's worn down that are black. That also contributes to making the roof very dirty quite quickly. I also cannot miss the little thing on the roof there. So this here is our pantograph, and we're going to put another one over here because we like the redundancy of having two of them, so if one fails there is another one. Although in-game pantographs are not used for anything really, more than decoration. Now we're going to get smooth coal block column and polished coal block. We want this here to be a box shape in the center of a locomotive. And we want the these bike panels with smooth cold block column in them, like this. You want to get some copycat slices, bites, dark oak table, deep slate corner trim, metal bracket. I'm going to start off with 2 copycat bites there and 2 bites there, like this. That there is meant to be the horns. Alongside here we want some of these with dark oak, polished dark oak planks in them. What thing do we have of that? That just goes in and over our insulator. That. And we actually want to get a bike panel there and a metal bracket there, like that. The other side, there's going to be some more complicated structures. Two and then 3. Yeah, that shouldn't be that bad. Okay. So I want to place, let's see, 3 there and then there. Let me check. Yeah, like that. So we want dark oak tables in all of these, and then we want another dark oak table there. There we want to steer up and then so we want a train hull in this one, bracket in that one, and in that one we want a dark oak corner trim. And this here should continue like this. Now we are just missing the buffer beam. This here could be done with either headstocks or a Armor's Workshop part. That is up for you to decide. I'm going to put in an Armor's part here quickly, just so we have a buffer beam. It could also be done with its headstocks. Although, yeah, ever since I switched to Linux, my cursor's been fucky, so I cannot select which one. And it's only that menu, which is kind of fucked, so I'll have to troubleshoot that someday, but I don't use headstocks anyway, so it doesn't really affect me. Not at least for with the selector menu. So now it is time to glue it. So I want to place a glue box there. So like all the sides of a bogies should be glued together, like you see me doing now. And these glue boxes should only cover the side of a bogie, not the frame or anything of a locomotive or anything in between there. I want to place a glue box. Let's see if we can, like that. We want, see, one glue box. No, I want this one further down, I think. If you decide to put your own plow on it or something like that, you can look at my previous RC tutorials to find inspiration on how to do your own plow. We'd ideally want this to be 1. Oh shit, let me just fix that. Fuck, let's see. There we go. This we want to maybe let's see. No, that's wrong. Sorry. There we go. Now we want a glue box here. And a glue box here. Then we want another glue box here. We want one stretching from there into there. And the last glue box being that. Like the second to last, and then one on the other side here. Now it should all be glued. So let's see just how much of a locomotive I leave behind. I mean, these shaders are cool, like with the, see, the lights actually light up the tunnel. That's neat. Something tells me this will be the shaders I'll be using on the survival server as well. But there you have it, the Rc6 locomotive. So the mod pack I've been using for this tutorial and the Vectron and such are is the extended signals survival server mod pack. So join that and you can build these trains and play on the server and have fun. It also has a few other fun mods like mechanism, Greg Tech, immersive engineering, and much more. There's also Minecraft Comes Alive, vampirism, and a whole bunch more that I cannot name right now. There's also a few biome mods and such. And oh yeah, we also have immersive vehicles, so you can build cool planes and fly them around, and cars and trucks and whatnot. And of course we have Crate and yeah, Mars Workshop chipped, and I think Chisel as well, re-chiseled, some Chisel mod at least. Join it, it would be cool to have you there or something, yeah. Anyway, next tutorial will probably be this here once I've updated it a bit. This here is the Swedish State Railway class MA. It is a heavy freight locomotive built in the 1950s to 60s, right before the RC came. But if you all want that tutorial, please say so in the comments down below. It would not be that difficult to make since I already have a locomotive designed. This is quite a neat one because I've actually put a lot of work into the interior of it. It's actually like full interior in the engine room with the fans here providing cooling for the traction motors, and you've got a transformer. There should be should probably make the electronics rack where you have the electronics to control the speed of a locomotive as well. Probably a bit more cab detail, but that will come at a later date, I think. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you sometime later, probably in a month or so, knowing my horribly inconsistent upload schedule. Anyway, this has been it for today, and goodbye.